Willkommen bei Exam Heist, Ihr Partner für Zertifizierungserfolg. Wir bieten umfassende Lernmaterialien, online und offline, und begleiten Sie Schritt für Schritt. Von PDF-Leitfäden bis zu praxisnahen Übungssätzen. Alle wichtigen Fragen für Ihre Zertifizierung sind abgedeckt. Sie haben jederzeit die richtigen Ressourcen griffbereit. Laden Sie PDFs herunter. Machen Sie Tests und nutzen Sie unser Expertenteam. Mit interaktiver Online-Praxis können Sie sich überall und jederzeit prüfen. Unsere PDFs sind prüfungsbereit, sorgfältig zusammengestellt und bleiben stets aktuell. Tausende Lernende haben sich bereits erfolgreich zertifizieren lassen und vertrauen auf unsere Qualität. Zertifizierte Fachkräfte stehen bereit, um Ihre Fragen zu beantworten. Starten Sie heute und geben Sie Ihrer Vorbereitung den entscheidenden Vorteil mit Exam Heist. Besuchen Sie examheist.com. Exam Heist. Ihr Weg zum Erfolg beginnt hier.
Question 1. Daniel is a professional hacker whose aim is to attack a system to steal data and money for profit. He performs hacking to obtain confidential data such as social security numbers, personally identifiable information, of an employee, and credit card information. After obtaining confidential data, he further sells the information on the black market to make money. Daniel comes under which of the following types of threat actor? Option A. Industrial spies. Option B. State-sponsored hackers. Option C. Insider threat. Option D. Organized hackers. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Organized hackers. Question 2. An attacker instructs bots to use camouflage mechanism to hide his phishing and malware delivery locations in the rapidly changing network of compromised bots. In this particular technique, a single domain name consists of multiple IP addresses. Which of the following technique is used by the attacker? Option A. DNS zone transfer. Option B. Dynamic DNS. Option C. DNS interrogation. Option D. Fast flux DNS. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Fast flux DNS. Question 3. Kathy wants to ensure that she shares threat intelligence containing sensitive information with the appropriate audience. Hence, she used Traffic Light Protocol, TLP. Which TLP color would you signify that information should be shared only within a particular community? Option A. Red. Option B. White. Option C. Green. Option D. Amber. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. Green. Question 4. Moses, a threat intelligence analyst at Infotech Inc., wants to find crucial information about the potential threats the organization is facing by using advanced Google search operators. He wants to identify whether any fake websites are hosted at the similar to the organization's URL. Which of the following Google search queries should Moses use? Option A. Related. www. Infodich.org. Option B. Info. www. Infodich.org. Option C. Link. www. Infodich.org. Option D. Cache. www. Infodich.org. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Related. www.infodich.org. Question 5. A team of threat intelligence analysts is performing threat analysis on malware, and each of them has come up with their own theory and evidence to support their theory on a given malware. Now, to identify the most consistent theory out of all the theories, Which of the following analytic processes must threat intelligence manager use? Option A. Threat modeling. Option B. Application decomposition and analysis. ADA. Option C. Analysis of competing hypotheses. H. Option D. Automated technical analysis. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Analysis of competing hypotheses. H. Question 6. Miley, an analyst, wants to reduce the amount of collected data and make the storing and sharing process easy. She uses filtering, tagging, and queuing technique to sort out the relevant and structured data from the large amounts of unstructured data. Which of the following techniques was employed by Miley? Option A. Sandboxing. Option B. Normalization. Option C. Data visualization. Option D. Convenience sampling. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Normalization. Question 7. Bob, a threat analyst, works in an organization named Tech Top. He was asked to collect intelligence to fulfill the needs and requirements of the red thumb present within a organization. Which of the following are the needs of a red team? Option A. Intelligence related to increased attacks targeting a particular software or operating system. Vulnerability. Option B. Intelligence on latest vulnerabilities, threat actors, and their tactics, techniques, and procedures. TTPs. Option C. Intelligence extracted latest attacks analysis on similar organizations, which includes details about latest threats and TTPs. Option D. Intelligence that reveals risks related to various strategic business decisions. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Intelligence on latest vulnerabilities, threat actors, and their tactics, techniques, and procedures. TTPs. Question 8. Michael, a threat analyst, works in an organization named Tech Top, was asked to conduct the cyber threat intelligence analysis. After obtaining information regarding threats, he has started analyzing the information and understanding the nature of the threats. What stage of the cyber threat intelligence is Michael currently in? Option A. Unknown unknowns. Option B. Unknowns unknown. Option C. Known unknowns. Option D. Known knowns. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Known unknowns. Question 9. Enrage Tech Company hired Enrique, a security analyst, for performing threat intelligence analysis. While performing data collection process, he used a counterintelligence mechanism where a recursive DNS server is employed to perform inter-server DNS communication, and when a request is generated from any name server to the recursive DNS server, the recursive DNS servers log the responses that are received. Then it replicates the logged data and stores the data in the central database. Using these logs, he analyzed the malicious attempts that took place over DNS infrastructure. Which of the following cyber counterintelligence (CCI) gathering technique has Enrique used for data collection? Option A. Data collection through passive DNS monitoring. Option B. Data collection through DNS interrogation. Option C. Data collection through DNS zone transfer. Option D. Data collection through dynamic DNS. DDNS. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Data collection through passive DNS monitoring. Question 10. John, a professional hacker, is trying to perform apt attack on the target organization network. He gains access to a single system of a target organization and tries to obtain administrative login credentials to gain further access to the systems in the network using various techniques. What phase of the advanced persistent threat lifecycle is John currently in? Option A. Initial intrusion. Option B. Search and exfiltration. Option C. Expansion. Option D. Persistence. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, expansion. Question 11. Jim works as a security analyst in a large multinational company. Recently, a group of hackers penetrated into their organizational network and used a data staging technique to collect sensitive data. They collected all sorts of sensitive data about the employees and customers, business tactics of the organization, financial information, network infrastructure information, and so on. What should Jim do to detect the data staging before the hackers exfiltrate from the network? Option A. Jim should identify the attack at an initial stage by checking the content of the user agent field. Option B. Jim should analyze malicious DNS requests, DNS payload, unspecified domains, and destination of DNS requests. Option C. Jim should monitor network traffic for malicious file transfers, file integrity monitoring, and event logs. Option D. Jim should identify the web shell running in the network by analyzing server access, error logs, suspicious strings indicating encoding, user agent strings, and so on. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Jim should monitor network traffic for malicious file transfers, file integrity monitoring, and event logs. Question 12. Andrews & Sons Corp. has decided to share threat information among sharing partners. Gary, a threat analyst, working in Andrews & Sons Corp., has asked to follow a trust model necessary to establish trust between sharing partners. In the trust model used by him, the first organization makes use of a body of evidence in a second organization, and the level of trust between two organizations depends on the degree and quality of evidence provided by the first organization. Which of the following types of trust model is used by Gary to establish the trust? Option A. Mediated trust. Option B. Mandated trust. Option C. Direct historical trust. Option D. Validated trust. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, validated trust. Question 13. A threat analyst obtains an intelligence related to a threat, where the data is sent in the form of a connection request from a remote host to the server. From this data, he obtains only the IP address of the source and destination but no contextual information. While processing this data, he obtains contextual information stating that multiple connection requests from different geolocations are received by the server within a short time span, and as a result, the server is stressed and gradually its performance has reduced. He further performed analysis on the information based on the past and present experience and concludes the attack experienced by the client organization. Which of the following attacks is performed on the client organization? Option A. DHCP attacks. Option B. MAC spoofing attack. Option C. Distributed denial of service, DDoS attack. Option D. Bandwidth attack. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, distributed denial of service, DDoS attack. Question 14. James, a professional hacker, is trying to hack the confidential information of a target organization. He identified the vulnerabilities in the target system and created a tailored deliverable malicious payload using an exploit and a backdoor to send it to the victim. Which of the following phases of cyber kill chain methodology is JAME executing? Option A. Reconnaissance. Option B. Installation. Option C. Weaponization. Option D. Exploitation. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, weaponization. Question 15. Steve works as an analyst in a UK-based firm. He was asked to perform network monitoring to find any evidence of compromise. During the network monitoring, he came to know that there are multiple logins from different locations in a short time span. Moreover, he also observed certain irregular login patterns from locations where the organization does not have business relations. This resembles that somebody is trying to steal confidential information. Which of the following key indicators of compromise does this scenario present? Option A. Unusual outbound network traffic. Option B. Unexpected patching of systems. Option C. Unusual activity through privileged user account. Option D. Geographical anomalies. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, geographical anomalies. Question 16. Which of the following characteristics of apt refers to numerous attempts done by the attacker to gain entry to the target's network? Option A. Risk tolerance. Option B. Timeliness. Option C. Attack origination points. Option D. Multi-phased. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, attack origination points. Question 17. Lizzie, an analyst, wants to recognize the level of risks to the organization so as to plan countermeasures against cyber attacks. She used a threat modeling methodology where she performed the following stages. Stage 1. Build asset-based threat profiles. Stage 2. Identify infrastructure vulnerabilities. Stage 3. Develop security strategy and plans. Which of the following threat modeling methodologies was used by Lizzie in the aforementioned scenario? Option A. Trike. Option B. VAST. Option C. Octave. Option D. Dread. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, Octave. Question 18. Which of the following types of threat attribution deals with the identification of the specific person, society, or a country sponsoring the well-planned and executed intrusion or attack over its target? Option A. Nation-state attribution. Option B. True attribution. Option C. Campaign attribution. Option D. Intrusion set attribution. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, true attribution. Question 19. In a team of threat analysts, two individuals were competing over projecting their own hypotheses on a given malware. However, to find logical proofs to confirm their hypotheses, the threat intelligence manager used the biasing strategy that involves learning strategic decision-making in the circumstances comprising multi-step interactions with numerous representatives, either having or without any perfect relevant information. Which of the following the biasing strategies the threat intelligence manager used to confirm their hypotheses? Option A. Game theory. Option B. Machine learning. Option C. Decision theory. Option D. Cognitive psychology. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, game theory. Question 20. Cybersol Technologies initiated a cyber threat intelligence program with a team of threat intelligence analysts. During the process, the analysts started converting the raw data into useful information by applying various techniques, such as machine-based techniques and statistical methods. In which of the following phases of the threat intelligence lifecycle is the threat intelligence team currently working? Option A. Dissemination and integration. Option B. Planning and direction. Option C. Processing and exploitation. Option D. Analysis and production. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, processing and exploitation. Question 21. Gian is a member of the security team at Trinity, Inc. He was conducting a real-time assessment of system activities in order to acquire threat intelligence feeds. He acquired feeds from sources like Honeynets, P2P monitoring, infrastructure, and application logs. Which of the following categories of threat intelligence feed was acquired by Gian? Option A. Internal intelligence feeds. Option B. External intelligence feeds. Option C. CSV data feeds. Option D. Proactive surveillance feeds. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, proactive surveillance feeds. Question 22. Network. Option A. Repeater. Option B. Gateway. Option C. Hub. Option D. Network interface card. NIC. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, gateway. Question 23. What is the correct sequence of steps involved in scheduling the threat intelligence program? 1. Review the project charter. 2. Identify all deliverables. 3. Identify the sequence of activities. 4. Identify task dependencies. 5. Develop the final schedule. 6. Estimate duration of each activity. 7. Identify and estimate resources for all activities. 8. Define all activities. 9. Build a work breakdown structure. WBS. Option A. 1 to 9 to 2 to 8 to 3 to 7 to 4 to 6 to 5. Option B. 3 to 4 to 5 to 2 to 1 to 9 to 8 to 7 to 6. Option C. 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 9 to 8 to 7. Option D. 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, 1 to 9 to 2 to 8 to 3 to 7 to 4 to 6 to 5. Question 24. Kim, an analyst, is looking for an intelligence sharing platform to gather and share threat information from a variety of sources. He wants to use this information to develop security policies to enhance the overall security posture of his organization. Which of the following sharing platforms should be used by Kim? Option A. Cuckoo Sandbox. Option B. OmniPeak. Option C. PortDroid Network Analysis. Option D. Blue Live Threat Exchange Network. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, Blue Live Threat Exchange Network. Question 25. During the process of threat intelligence analysis, John, a threat analyst, successfully extracted an indication of adversaries' information, such as modus operandi, tools, communication channels, and forensics evasion strategies used by adversaries. Identify the type of threat intelligence analysis is performed by John. Option A. Operational threat intelligence analysis. Option B. Technical threat intelligence analysis. Option C. Strategic threat intelligence analysis. Option D. Tactical threat intelligence analysis. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, tactical threat intelligence analysis. Question 26. Security Tech Inc. is developing a TI plan where it can drive more advantages in less funds. In the process of selecting a TI platform, it wants to incorporate a feature that ranks elements such as intelligence sources, threat actors, attacks, and digital assets of the organization, so that it can put in more funds toward the resources which are critical for the organizations. Security. Which of the following key features should Security Tech Inc. consider in their TI plan for selecting the TI platform? Option A. Search. Option B. Open. Option C. Workflow. Option D. Scoring. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, scoring. Question 27. Mr. Bob, a threat analyst, is performing analysis of competing hypotheses. Age. He has reached to a stage where he is required to apply his analysis skills effectively to reject as many hypotheses and select the best hypotheses from the identified bunch of hypotheses. And this is done with the help of listed evidence. Then, he prepares a matrix where all the screened hypotheses are placed on the top, and the listed evidence for the hypotheses are placed at the bottom. What stage of H is Bob currently in? Option A. Diagnostics. Option B. Evidence. Option C. Inconsistency. Option D. Refinement. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, diagnostics. Question 28. Tyrion, a professional hacker, is targeting an organization to steal confidential information. He wants to perform website footprinting to obtain the following information, which is hidden in the web page header. Content. Option A. Hydra. Option B. Auto-shun. Option C. Vanguard Enforcer. Option D. Burp Suite. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, Burp Suite. Question 29. Joe works as a threat intelligence analyst with X Security Inc. He is assessing the TI program by comparing the project results with the original objectives by reviewing project charter. He is also reviewing the list of expected deliverables to ensure that each of those is delivered to an acceptable level of quality. Identify the activity that Joe is performing to assess a TI program's success or failure. Option A. Determining the fulfillment of stakeholders. Option B. Identifying areas of further improvement. Option C. Determining the costs and benefits associated with the program. Option D. Conducting a gap analysis. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, conducting a gap analysis. Question 30. An analyst wants to disseminate the information effectively so that the consumers can acquire and benefit out of intelligence. Which of the following criteria must an analyst consider in order to make the intelligence concise, to the point, accurate, and easily understandable, and must consist of a right balance between tables, narrative, numbers, graphics, and multimedia? Option A. The right time. Option B. The right presentation. Option C. The right order. Option D. The right content. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, the right presentation. Question 31. Tracy works as a CISO in a large multinational company. She consumes threat intelligence to understand the changing trends of cybersecurity. She requires intelligence to understand the current business trends and make appropriate decisions regarding new technologies, security budget, improvement of processes, and staff. The intelligence helps her in minimizing business risks and protecting the new technology and business initiatives. Identify the type of threat intelligence consumer is. Tracy. Option A. Tactical users. Option B. Strategic users. Option C. Operational users. Option D. Technical users. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Strategic users. Question 32. An organization suffered many major attacks and lost critical information, such as employee records and financial information. Therefore, the management decides to hire a threat analyst to extract the strategic threat intelligence that provides high-level information regarding current cybersecurity posture, threats, details on the financial impact of various cyber activities, and so on. Which of the following sources will help the analyst to collect the required intelligence? Option A. Active campaigns, attacks on other organizations, data feeds from external third parties. Option B. OSINT, CTI vendors, ISAO/ISACS. Option C. Campaign reports, malware, incident reports, attack group reports, human intelligence. Option D. Human, social media, chat rooms. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. OSINT, CTI vendors, ISAO/ISACS. Question 33. A network administrator working in an ABC organization collected log files generated by a traffic monitoring system, which may not seem to have useful information. But after performing proper analysis by him, the same information can be used to detect an attack in the network. Which of the following categories of threat information has he collected? Option A. Advisories. Option B. Strategic reports. Option C. Detection indicators. Option D. Low-level data. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Low-level data. Question 34. Sam works as an analyst in an organization named Infotech Security. He was asked to collect information from various threat intelligence sources. In meeting the deadline, he forgot to verify the threat intelligence sources and used data from an open-source data provider, who offered it at a very low cost. Though it was beneficial at the initial stage, but relying on such data providers can produce unreliable data and noise, putting the organization network into risk. What mistake Sam did that led to this situation? Option A. Sam used unreliable intelligence sources. Option B. Sam used data without context. Option C. Sam did not use the proper standardization formats for representing threat data. Option D. Sam did not use the proper technology to use or consume the information. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Sam used unreliable intelligence sources. Question 35. Alice, an analyst, shared information with Security Operation Managers and Network Operations Center (NOC) staff for protecting the organizational resources against various threats. Information shared by Alice was highly technical and include threat actor TTPs, malware campaigns, tools used by threat actors, and so on. Which of the following types of threat intelligence was shared by Alice? Option A. Strategic threat intelligence. Option B. Tactical threat intelligence. Option C. Technical threat intelligence. Option D. Operational threat intelligence. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, tactical threat intelligence. Question 36. An XYZ organization hired Mr. Andrews, a threat analyst, in order to identify the threats and mitigate the effect of such threats. Mr. Andrews was asked to perform threat modeling. During the process of threat modeling, he collected important information about the threat actor and characterized the analytic behavior of the adversary that includes technological details, goals, and motives that can be useful in building a strong countermeasure. What stage of the threat modeling is Mr. Andrews currently in? Option A. System modeling. Option B. Threat determination and identification. Option C. Threat profiling and attribution. Option D. Threat ranking. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, threat profiling and attribution. Question 37. Allison, an analyst in an XYZ organization, wants to retrieve information about a company's website from the time of its inception as well as the removed information from the target website. What should Allison do to get the information he needs? Option A. Allison should use SmartWiz to extract the required website information. Option B. Allison should use HTTPS archive.org to extract the required website information. Option C. Allison should run the Web Data Extractor tool to extract the required website information. Option D. Allison should recover cached pages of the website from the Google search engine cache to extract the required website information. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Allison should use HTTPS archive.org to extract the required website information. Question 38. In which of the following forms of bulk data collection are large amounts of data first collected from multiple sources in multiple formats and then processed to achieve threat intelligence? Option A. Structured form. Option B. Hybrid form. Option C. Production form. Option D. Unstructured form. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, unstructured form. Question 39. In which of the following storage architecture is the data stored in a localized system? Server or storage hardware incapable of storing a limited amount of data in its database and locally available for data usage. Option A. Distributed storage. Option B. Object-based storage. Option C. Centralized storage. Option D. Cloud storage. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, centralized storage. Question 40. ABC is a well-established cybersecurity company in the United States. The organization implemented the automation of tasks such as data enrichment and indicator aggregation. They also joined various communities to increase their knowledge about the emerging threats. However, the security teams can only detect and prevent identified threats in a reactive approach. Based on Threat Intelligence Maturity Model, identify the level of ABC to know the stage at which the organization stands with its security and vulnerabilities. Option A. Level 2. Increasing CTI capabilities. Option B. Level 3. CTI program in place. Option C. Level 1. Preparing for CTI. Option D. Level O. Vague where to start. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, level 2, increasing CTI capabilities.